I'm not even gonna lie, this whole Naomi situation on Beyond the Gates has been driving me crazy for weeks now. Like, am I the only one screaming at the screen every single episode? Because at this point, I genuinely think Naomi needs to tell Jacob the truth about the BRCA gene mutation before the secret completely destroys their marriage. And what makes this even more frustrating is that this storyline has been building forever. We spent months watching Anita battle triple negative breast cancer. Months watching her suffer, watching the family spiral emotionally, watching everyone rally around her, and then finally seeing her ring that bell after chemo. That was such an emotional moment for me. I'm serious. I almost cried. It felt like this huge victory after so much fear and pain. But while all of that was happening, Naomi was hiding her own test results the entire time. Only Ashley knows. Only Ashley. And Ashley has literally tried multiple times to convince Naomi to tell Jacob. Multiple times. But every time the conversation starts heading in that direction, Jacob gets pulled deeper into the plasma investigation, and Naomi decides, oh, this isn't the right time. Girl, when is the right time? Because if there's one thing soap dramas have taught me after years of watching people ruin their lives, it's this. Secrets always come out. Always. And somehow they come out at the worst possible moment imaginable. That's why I'm sitting here stressed, because Jacob just came home after everything with plasma finally calmed down. This is the moment. This is the window. Naomi finally has the chance to sit down with her husband and tell him the truth before somebody else does. And honestly, after everything Naomi experienced while Jacob was undercover and constantly in danger, I thought she would understand more than anyone how painful regret can become. She knows what it feels like to almost lose someone. She knows what it's like to live with fear every single day, wondering if the person you love is going to come home. So why is she still holding on to this secret? That's the part that really gets me emotionally. Naomi herself said she didn't want secrets in their marriage. She said that she's watched relationships around her collapse because of lies and omissions and people thinking they were protecting someone. She has literally seen the damage with her own eyes. So why is she now doing the exact thing she claims to hate? I swear this show is making me lose my mind. And the saddest part is I actually understand Naomi's fear. I really do. This isn't some tiny little secret. This is terrifying. Finding out you carry a BRCA mutation changes the way you think about your future, your body, your health, your family, everything. Suddenly, every decision feels heavier. Every possibility becomes complicated. And I think Naomi is overwhelmed to the point where she's frozen emotionally. Because let's be real here. Once she tells Jacob, everything changes. The conversations become real. The fears become real. The future becomes real. But keeping silent isn't protecting him anymore. It's hurting both of them. And can we please talk about Jacob for a second? Because I honestly feel bad for him right now. This man has been through absolute chaos. He risked his life during the plasma case, spent all this time undercover, carried the weight of danger constantly hanging over his head, and meanwhile, his wife is carrying around this massive secret alone. That's heartbreaking to me, especially after that pregnancy scare storyline. Oh my God. That storyline absolutely wrecked me emotionally, because you could see something shift inside Jacob the moment he thought Naomi might actually be pregnant. Did anyone else notice that? Because I noticed it immediately. Before they got married, Jacob was willing to accept Naomi not wanting children. He respected her decision. He loved her enough to build a future around that agreement. But then suddenly he thought he might become a father, and you could see the excitement on his face. That happiness looked so real. It was like he accidentally discovered a part of himself he didn't even know existed. And then the truth came out that Naomi wasn't pregnant at all. It was related to her health. The disappointment on Jacob's face hurt me, like genuinely hurt me. Not because he was angry, but because for one brief moment he allowed himself to imagine a completely different future. And then it disappeared just as quickly. That's why this storyline feels so emotionally explosive to me, because neither Naomi nor Jacob are the same people they were before. Life changed them. Fear changed them. Love changed them. And honestly, that's realistic. People change. Marriage changes people. Trauma changes people. Sometimes the future you planned at the beginning isn't the future you want later on. That doesn't automatically make either person wrong. It just makes things more complicated and painful. That's why I need Naomi to stop running from the conversation. Not because Jacob deserves control over her choices. Let me make that clear. This is Naomi's body, Naomi's future, Naomi's medical reality. But marriage also requires honesty, especially when the secret is emotionally tied to both partners' future together. That's the core issue for me. The lie, the silence, the emotional distance growing between them without Jacob even realizing it. And maybe that's why I'm reacting so strongly to this storyline, because it feels painfully human. Nobody here is a cartoon villain. Naomi isn't evil. She's scared. Jacob isn't demanding or cruel. He's trying to rebuild his life after danger and chaos. Ashley isn't trying to interfere maliciously. She's terrified the secret is going to explode. Everybody's acting from fear and love at the same time. That is what makes this drama so good. But I'm telling you right now, if Naomi waits too long and Jacob finds out another way, oh, it's going to be bad. Like catastrophic soap opera level bad. Because secrets hurt more when people realize you look them in the eye every day while hiding the truth. And with Jacob's job as a police officer, that adds another terrifying layer to everything. Danger follows him constantly. Tomorrow is never guaranteed for him. Naomi knows that better than anyone. So imagine if something happened before she finally told him the truth. I literally cannot handle thinking about that scenario. The guilt alone would destroy her emotionally. That's why I still believe Naomi has a chance to fix this before it's too late. But she has to make the choice herself. Nobody can force her into it. Not Ashley. Not Jacob. Not the audience screaming through the television like Emmy. And honestly, that's why I'm so emotionally invested in this couple in the first place. Because underneath all the secrets and drama and chaos, I still believe Naomi and Jacob genuinely love each other. You can feel it. That's what makes this so frustrating. If I thought they were toxic and miserable, I wouldn't care this much. But I care because I actually want them to survive this. I want honesty to finally break through all the fear. I want Naomi to trust that Jacob can handle the truth instead of deciding for him. And maybe that's the biggest lesson this storyline keeps circling around. Fear makes people hide, but hiding eventually creates the very heartbreak they were trying to avoid. Whew. This show really got me ranting today because I swear every episode leaves me emotionally exhausted. One minute I'm yelling at Naomi, the next minute I completely understand her, then I'm frustrated at Jacob, then I feel sorry for him again. It's an emotional roller coaster, and honestly, I kind of love it. But seriously, if Naomi does not tell this man the truth soon, I am going to lose my mind. Does anybody else feel the same way, or is it just me?